In today's video, we're diving into the world of web design with a step-by-step guide on creating a stunning WordPress website using the Astra theme and the Elementor page builder. This tutorial is perfect for beginners and will walk you through setting up your domain, installing Astra, customizing your site, and ensuring it's mobile friendly. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create your own professional looking website that's ready to impress. So let's go ahead and get started. First, let's talk about getting a domain name and web hosting. So your domain name is basically like your website's address, like yourwebsite.com. And web hosting is where all your website files are stored online. Without these, your site can't be seen on the internet. Think of the domain name as your phone number and web hosting as your phone service. Now, we recommend Hostinger because they're affordable and extremely reliable. They have great prices, awesome customer service, and top-notch tech support. Plus, their plans come with a free domain name, SSL certificate, and daily backups, which are super important for keeping your website secure and running smoothly. So if you want to get started with Hostinger at the best price possible, just go ahead, click the link down in the description, which will bring you to this page right here. From here, all you need to do is click on Start Now, and that'll bring you down to here to Hostinger's 3 different plans that you can choose from. Now, for most of you watching, and if this is your very first website ever, then the premium plan is going to be more than enough for you. You can create 100 websites. It supports about 25,000 visits monthly, comes with 100 gigabytes of SSD storage, comes with 400,000 files and directories, pre-built templates, free automatic website migration, unlimited free SSL, free email, weekly backups, WordPress vulnerability scanner, WordPress auto updates, standard WordPress acceleration, unlimited bandwidth, and again, that free domain for the first year, and much more. So after you select your plan, just click choose plan. And then on this page here, all you need to do is select the term that you want to commit to. So for this example, we'll just select 12 months. And there's one more step that you need to do in order to get the best price possible. So just come on down here to have a coupon code and type in my first website, hit apply. And for $32.29, you're going to get a full year of web hosting, which is a great deal. Now, Hostinger also has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can go ahead and try it out, see if it's right for you, and make your decisions within that first 30 days. Okay, so now that you've signed up for Hostinger and you have your own account, this is what it's going to look like on the inside. So yours might look a little different right off the bat. You probably won't have all these websites and whatnot. So one of the first things you're going to want to do is come over here to domain and click on get a new domain. So this is where you can go ahead and claim your free domain, but we've already claimed all of our free domains, so we're just going to skip this step for now. But just know that this is how you will do that going forward. After you've gone ahead and claimed that domain, we're going to come over here to websites. And again, you'll probably only just have one hosting plan. We have multiple hosting plans on this account. So you're going to go ahead and click on add a website. And then you're going to have a couple of different options here. You can choose WordPress, which we'll be doing in this tutorial. There's also the Hostinger website builder, as well as an empty PHP HTML website. Or if you have an existing website, you can click this button here and migrate your website. Again, for this example, we're going to be using WordPress, so we'll go ahead and click on that. And it's just going to ask you to create a login for your WordPress account. After you go ahead and fill out that information, just go ahead and click next. And it's going to ask what type of website do you want to build, whether that's an online store, a blog, portfolio, business and services, affiliate marketing, or other. We'll go ahead and just select other for this example and click next. So here we can go ahead and choose pre-built websites, and you can go ahead and scroll through here. Also, you can go ahead and select different categories of websites over here on the left-hand side, or you can go ahead and select a different theme. So there's the Astra theme, the Neve theme, as well as several other themes here. So for this example, go ahead and select the Astra theme and click next. Next, it's going to ask us if we want to add any plugins to our site. And we are going to add one, and we're going to add the starter templates, which we can find right here. We'll go ahead and select that, click next. Then it's going to ask if we want to generate website content using AI. But for now, we'll go ahead and skip that. And then here it's asking what domain or subdomain we'd like to use. Again, we've already used up our free domain. So for now, I'm just going to use a temporary domain, but feel free to go ahead and use the domain that you just set up in the previous step. All right, next it's going to just install WordPress, which takes a couple of minutes. So go ahead, sit back, relax, grab your coffee, and we'll pick this back up here in just a minute. All right, and once WordPress is installed, all we need to do is go ahead and click on this button right here to access the WordPress admin panel. All right, so now we are inside of the WordPress panel, and the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and preview website. So right now, this is what our website looks like. Not much, which is okay. We will get it there in just a minute. So we'll go ahead and come back here to the WordPress panel. So we're gonna come over here to appearance, and we're gonna go ahead and click on starter templates. And from here, it's gonna ask us if we wanna use the AI website builder or the classic starter template. So we'll go ahead and choose one of the classic starter templates. And from here, we can go ahead and choose a pre-built website. And this is gonna take a lot of the work out of this for us. So they have free options, they have premium options, but what you're gonna wanna do is just pick a website that you like. And it doesn't have to be super specific to your website. So go ahead and just choose a site site that you like the look of. For this example, I'm gonna go ahead and just select this first one. So we'll go ahead and click on it, and then it's gonna ask us a couple things here. It's gonna ask us if we want to upload a site logo. We can go ahead and choose our font here, as well as some different palette colors. So we'll go ahead and just kind of leave it as is for now, and we'll click on continue. All right, then we're gonna go ahead and just unselect this button right here and click submit and build my website. All right, and it looks like it's done. So we'll go ahead and just click on view our website. And now our website is looking a lot more filled out here and more like a real website. Okay, now we want to edit our website using Elementor. So first we need to make sure that Elementor got installed. And so to do that, we'll come over here to plugins, and it looks like we have starter templates, which typically downloads Elementor, but it looks like that didn't quite work. So we'll go ahead, come up here to add new plugin. We'll go ahead and type in Elementor. We'll go ahead, click install now and click activate. Okay, so now we can see that Elementor is turned on. Okay, so to edit a page with Elementor, we can go ahead and come on over here to Elementor, and we'll just go ahead and click on create a page. So as we can see, it has the header over here that matches the rest of our website. So using Elementor is super simple and straightforward. It's basically a drag and drop editor, which allows you to easily make a website custom to your liking. So over here on the left-hand side, we have different elements that we can drag and drop over into our page. So there are two different types of layouts is what Elementor calls it. So there's a container and a grid. So a container looks just like this. It's just sort of blank, and you can add a single element in there. Or if we wanted to add a grid where we had different columns, so maybe we had a header text next to an image, we could go ahead and drag that over here. And then we could also adjust the number of columns or the number of rows. So for example, if we wanted to add a header at the top there, we could do that. And then if we wanted to add in different images here into this grid, we could do so just like this. And maybe we wanted just 3 pictures across, not any other rows. So we can go ahead and click on these 3 little dots right here, and that'll bring up the editor for this grid. And we'll go ahead and just take these rows and go from 2 to 1. Now we can go ahead and click on these specific images, come over here and click choose image. And here we can come to the media library. So these are all the included images that came with this theme. So we'll go ahead and just select a couple just so you can see how these look. We'll do this for the second image and the third image. Now, let's say we wanted to edit this text. So when we click on it, we have 3 different areas over here in the editor area. So we have the content. So this is where you could change the header. So maybe something like welcome to Patagonia. I don't know, this sort of looks like Patagonia. I've never been, so I don't really know. And down here, we can go ahead and select what style of heading. So this is a heading 2, but maybe we want it a little bit bigger. We can go ahead and click on heading 1. Now to change up some of the styles of that, we come over here to the style tab. So here we can change the alignment. I think a center alignment would look a lot better. We can change the text color. I think maybe a darker color, maybe like a darker blue, kind of closer to black would look a little bit better. We can change the typography. So right here, we can change the font family. We can change the font size. We can change the weight. So this is just another way to kind of change whether it's the thin, the light, the normal, or the bold. Let's go black, make that extra bold there. We can change the style. So whether that's normal, italic, or oblique. We can underline it, overline it, line through, or none. And we can also mess with the letter spacing. So we can bring the letters closer together or further apart. Maybe we wanted it to sort of expand out over all of the pictures there. And then as well as the word spacing too. So if we really wanted to spread those out so it went to the closer to the edges of the margins, we could do so. Now, lastly, we have this advanced tab over here. So there's a lot that you could do in here, but we're just going to be looking at a couple of things here. So here we have the margin. So right now that is just the margin around this header right here. So if we go ahead and lower that margin, we can see that it's getting smaller. We'll go ahead and just reset that to 0. But again, if we were to make that even bigger, let's say 50, we can see that there is now a big margin there. So we'll go ahead and reset that to 0. Now there are many other elements that we can add to our website using Elementor. So if we wanted to add some text, we could grab the text editor, and now we can go ahead and just edit in some paragraph text. So over here on the left-hand side, this is where we could go ahead and start typing, or we can also just type here on the web page itself. So we have some different tools here like bold, italic, underline, bulleted list, numbered list. We could also hyperlink things as well as make it full screen. And over here under the style, this is where we can also change the alignment as well as text color, typography, any text shadow as well. Now we can also add in videos. So we could go ahead and add a video over here, and we have the option to choose from a couple of different sources. So we can choose from YouTube, Vimeo, Dailymotion, VideoPress, or self-hosted. And then you can go ahead and just type in the link to your your video right here as well. Now you can also choose a start time and an end time. So if you wanted it to only play a certain part of a video or start a certain part of a video, you could do so right here. And then there's also this option here to autoplay. So when that is turned on, the video will automatically start playing when a viewer comes to this web page. There's also a couple other video options here as well that you can go ahead and choose for your website. There are several other options here. So you could also add a button here. So maybe you had some sort of call to action that you wanted your viewer to take. You go ahead and add a button to do so. So here in this text, this is where you can go ahead and change the text, what you want the button to say. So maybe you wanted to encourage your website visitor to buy something. So you could go ahead and click on buy now. And then you could go ahead and add a link here as well. So maybe you have a checkout page on your website, or maybe just link to a Stripe page somewhere else. This is where you'd go ahead and put that link. So when the button is clicked, it would take them over to that website. Now under the style tab here, this is where we can go ahead and change this button a little bit around. So we can change its position, left, center, right, or stretch it. So when you click stretch, it'll make it the full width there. If you click center, it'll go ahead and make it the center. You can change the typography. You can change the text shadow as well. And then here you can change the color of the button. So if you wanted to make this maybe pop like some sort of red color, you could do that as well. And if you wanted to get really fancy, you could click on hover here, and then this will change the color of the button when you hover over it. So right now, let's go ahead and make it inverse. So the text color right now is white. We'll make that red when we hover it. So it'll just go inverse, and we'll make the background type. We'll go ahead and select that to be white. So now when we go and click on it, it is just the inverse, but we can't really see that white because the background is white. So let's maybe change that to black or something like that. We'll change the border color to black. Now we'll go and hover it. It just turns a different color. Now, if we want to make this button bigger, we can come under the typography and change the size of the text, and that'll make the whole button bigger. Okay, so those are just some super basic ways that you can go ahead and edit your page using Elementor on WordPress. Now, one thing that we're going to want to do is save our work. So we're going to come up here to the top right, and we'll go ahead and click on publish. And by doing that, we just ensure that we save our work and save all the changes that we made. All right, next, let's make sure that our website looks great on all devices. Elementor has built-in tools for this. So we can go ahead and click the responsive mode button next to the update button up in the top of the page to switch between desktop, tablet, and mobile views. So when we're looking at our website, we can come up here. As we can see right now, it is on the desktop view. If we click here, this will change it to tablet view. And if we come over here, we'll go ahead and you can see what it looks like on mobile view. And everything looks okay. You know, right now, I think obviously I'd prefer this to be in the 3 columns that I put it, but this is okay. You know, again, just with the narrower screen, you know, there's only so much that you can do. So whenever you're making your website or making changes to your pages, it's a good idea to just toggle back and forth between these different devices to make sure that it's look good on every device. So you're going to want to just test your website on multiple devices and browsers to ensure that everything looks and works correctly. You can use tools like Browser Stack or just ask friends and families to check your site on their devices. Ensuring a smooth user experience across all platforms is crucial for keeping visitors and improving your site's performance. Now that we've set up our website with Elementor, let's customize the header and footer using the Astra theme's built-in editor. This will help you create a cohesive look for your entire site. So to get started, go to your WordPress dashboard and hover over Appearance and click on Customize. This will open the Astra Customizer where you can make global changes to your site's appearance, including the header and footer. Okay, first let's take a look at how to edit the header. So in the Customizer, we're going to go ahead and click on Header Builder. So we'll click right here, and here we're going to see a visual layout of our header divided into different sections. So we have that right down here. If we wanted to change our logo here, we go ahead and just click on that, and then over here on the left hand side, we can go ahead and make these changes. So if we click on Change Logo, it's first just going to open up the media library that came with this theme. Now obviously we wouldn't want this as our logo, but this is just a quick little example to show you how easy it is to change out your logo in the header of your website. Now each of these sections here can be customized. So if we come over here and click on the primary menu, we can configure the menu from here. So to go ahead and change this section up here, you can go ahead and just click on the little pencil here and then click on configure menu from here. And in the primary menu, we'll just click on edit menu. And here we can go ahead and change out the layout. And it's super easy to change out this order. So if you want to put the about in front of your home section, you just drag and move it around like that. Or if you wanted to make some sort of sub pages, all you need to do is drag it underneath and you can see how it's sort of indented there. So if you move it to the right, now the about page is going to be a sub page under the contact page. So just to show you how that all works, we'll go ahead and just move all of those down there. And now we can see up here in our header, here, oops, I also just moved the contact under our homepage. So now we can see under homepage, we have contact, and then we have those pages under there. So it's that easy to change around the order of your menu. Now, if you wanted to add items into your header menu, all you need to do is click on add items, and you have a couple of different options here. You can do custom links, pages, posts, floating buttons, categories, tags, and formats. So let's go ahead and see what a floating button looks like. So we'll just call this Get in Touch and click add. And now we have this floating button here called Get in Touch. So if we go ahead and click on that, we can go ahead and change the title of it there. And then here we can go ahead and add a link to where this will go once the button is clicked. Let's go ahead and click publish so that we can go ahead and save our work so far. So as you can see, you can rearrange the header elements by dragging and dropping them in the visual editor. This allows you to create a layout that suits your needs, whether it's a centered logo with navigation on either side or a traditional left aligned logo with navigation on the right. Next, let's move on to the footer. So we'll go ahead and scroll down to the footer builder section in the customizer. And similar to the header, the footer builder has sections for the top, middle, and bottom footers, which you can customize separately. So we'll go ahead and back out here so we can get to the footer menu. So we'll go ahead and click on this, or if we were just to scroll down here, we see that we have the footer menu here, and we can click on this edit button. So here we have the footer menu, which is sort of similar to the top, where we have a home, about, services, and contact section, and we see that down here as well. So this is our footer menu there. Next, we have the logo here, which is set up in HTML. So we have that image just placed there. If you wanted to change your logo down there at the bottom, this is where you do that. And then we just have our copyright here on the right. So to go ahead and make changes to any of these, you can go ahead and just click on them just like this. And that way you can go ahead and come in here and change it however you would like. So to ensure that your footer matches the rest of your site, customize the background color, text color, and typography under the Design tab. Astra allows you to create a consistent look across your entire website. Once you're happy with your header and footer designs, click the Publish button on the top of the customizer to save your changes. So customizing your headers and footers with the Astra theme is straightforward and flexible. These areas are crucial for navigation and branding, so take your time to make sure that they look great and function well. Now, before we wrap up, let's add some final touches to optimize your website's performance and SEO. So we highly recommend using Semrush. It's a comprehensive SEO tool that helps you improve your search engine rankings and overall site performance. To get started, click the link down in the description and you can get started with a 14-day free trial. Semrush offers a range of tools for keyword research, site audits, backlink analysis, and more. After signing up, you'll be taken to the Semrush dashboard, and let's go over a couple key features, starting with the keyword research. So what we can do is we come over here under the keyword research, and one of my favorite tools is the keyword magic tool. So you can go ahead and just get started with a keyword that matches your website. For this example, we'll just do photography and click search, and then we're going to get all of this keyword research. So there are a couple of different columns here. We have the keyword itself, and these are going to be kind of similar keywords to the original photography keyword. Then we have intent, volume, keyword difficulty score, and estimated cost per click. So there are different intent, right? So this commercial or the C intent is when the user wants to investigate brands or services. The I is informational, so they want to find an answer to a specific question. And the T is transactional, so the user wants to complete an action or a conversion. Now, the goal with this is you want to try to rank your website for words that have a high search volume, but a low keyword difficulty score. That's sort of the sweet spot. So the last thing that you want to do is find something with low volume and high keyword difficulty score. Another great feature of Semrush is the site audit. So you can go to the site audit tool and enter your website's URL. Semrush will scan your site and generate a report highlighting technical SEO issues like broken links, duplicate content, and site speed problems. Follow the recommendations to fix these issues to improve your site's health score. So Semrush has a ton of tools that you can use to improve your website. Too many tools to cover in this video, but by using Semrush, you can ensure that your content is optimized for search engines, helping you attract more visitors and grow your audience. If you want to get started with Semrush, there is a link down in the description to get started with a free 14-day trial. So there you have it. That's exactly how you can create your own website using WordPress, the Astra theme, and Elementor. Now, don't forget to click update and save all your changes that you made throughout the video. Now, we'll also leave a link down below to get started with Hostinger, where you can get started for less than $3 per month, and be sure to use code MyFirstWebsite for an even greater discount. And if you found this video helpful, please like it and subscribe for more tips and tutorials on web development and design. The links down in the descriptions help out our channel at no extra cost to you, so if you end up using them, we thank you so much in advance. Other than that, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you here in the next video.